What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TTG Plays Donkey Kong Country. We are in the Kremkroc Industries. Some of my favorite levels are in this world. What am I talking about? Most of my favorite levels are in this world, actually. This music's awesome. Got some really nice, like, little bonus levels stashed away. Just a all-around cool level. I really like it. Cool world, I should say. Aesthetically very different to everything else in the game, which is a nice touch, because I don't think after this we get any more unique environments. It's all kind of repeats from here on in of previous environments that we've had set up. Yeah, I love this stuff. This level's great. The flaming barrels. This is Donkey Kong Country's platforming at its best. There's a great sense of momentum as you're bouncing off enemies in this place, because there's a lot of situations that have set up specifically for that. Got this really up, like, high energy music. It's just, bliss. This is bliss for me. Love it. This is where they also introduce the fact that the oil barrels are going to start turning on and off, which is going to be a big factor in the platforming later on. What? That's weird. I didn't know that would hurt me. Seems a bit strange. These guys aren't even worth bothering with, I don't think. Although, if I can... That's how you do that. I like the platforming puzzles actually require you to bounce off an enemy in order to achieve something. Okay, timing on this is everything. I will say, I wish they had something in place to keep those oil drums there, even if it was just like a metal pole or something, so it didn't just look like they were floating in the air. That's my one complaint for this stage. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, decay barrel, get. And I timed that really horribly. I don't know what that was all about. What are you doing, Dan? This bit can be a little tricky because the camera has trouble keeping up and it gets obstructed by all these things in the foreground, which are both a cool thing and a kind of annoying thing. Also, the oil barrels change their timing here. They're 1, 2... Oh, that was the third one. 1, 2... Nope, just 2. Okay. I thought that was like a third one, which was like a little... the timing was a little bit off. Okay, to get off this, I have to jump off of that to get the height. There we go. And I'm missing the other letters, so it doesn't make a difference. Anyway, I really enjoyed that level. It's not my favorite level in the game. That one is definitely coming up. But it's up there. I think this level's pretty good too, actually. This is where the game gets, like, super gimmick heavy. There's a much bigger emphasis on gimmicks in the last couple of worlds of the game, and I would go so far as to say that the last world in the game is almost nothing but gimmicks. Personally, that's how I feel about it anyway. I think by the time the last level came around, they realized that they had pretty much burnt through all the possible ideas they had for platforming stages and just went, well, let's just make a bunch of gimmick stages, and then they did, and that was dumb of me. I should not have done that, and now I'm dead. Shame on me. Shame, shame, shame on me. Let's try this again. Something I will say is when you hold down with Diddy Kong, he will do a cartwheel in place, which is really good for doing things like taking out enemies who are coming towards you while you're on a little platform like this. With DK doing the same thing, it does the ground pound, which won't kill enemies and will result in you getting hit. But if you roll, you get a little bit of forward momentum, so you have to kind of like correct yourself, which is really not easy to do. That's what I should have done the first time there. Made it look like I was really terrible at the game, and really I was just like not really playing very well. Come on, get that. Oh, I missed it. Alright, Something you'll notice here, only one of these guys, there's only one set of nuts coming up. And now, there's a second guy up here. That's always been kind of weird. I guess it could only render one at that particular point in the level or something. I don't actually know. But it's one of those things that's always kind of confused me. This is where things get a little bit trickier. But if you just hang over this side of the little walkway thing, it'll... Most of the enemies will just end up walking off the platform. Doesn't work this side so well, obviously. Alright, Kremk. Kremk is down. I do prefer Diddy for this section though. Definitely. Purely because of this. There's no crazy momentum or anything like that when he... Oh, that's weird. He didn't trigger the fall down animation. Very odd. Oh, claptraps. You can actually kind of bait the enemies too, because the animation, the trigger that makes them come off, it depends on where you are on the platform, so you can trigger them early if you're standing in the exact right spot, which, you know, helps. But yeah, by standing back here, because of the direction they're coming, I guess. Let's not fall for any of these same tricks again. Let's beat this level together as a team. We're gonna do it. Like last time, that guy fell on my head. Fuck that noise. And that guy can just drop off the edge for all I care. This is one of the tracks that wasn't redone for Tropical... I guess it just doesn't come out. This is one of the tracks that wasn't redone for Tropical Freeze. I kind of wish it was. It wasn't done in Returns either. Returns had a couple of returning tracks, no pun intended there. Tropical Freeze had quite a few more since David Wise had returned to do the soundtrack. But for whatever reason, Winky's Walkway didn't... I guess because Winky wasn't in the game, didn't make a comeback, which is a shame because I think it's a great melody. Alright, this guy, you can... That's the one I was thinking of, yeah. You can glitch him out by moving to the back end of it. Makes things much easier. And another orangutan. And we're done. Game definitely does get more difficult around this point, and I'm more than okay with that. It's a bit of a slow burn. So now I'm being very cautious. Snakes everywhere. Ugh. Snakes. I don't know, no snakes. I quite like the snakes as enemies. They're fun little... The way the barrels like shoot enemies out, I think is a fun little mechanic. This is not a level I enjoy very much, mainly because I'm not very good at it for whatever reason. I always find that I end up fucking up the last part of it pretty bad. Those little platforming puzzles there are a little cruel, I think. Zinger shit. I don't think it's necessarily hard, but I always struggle to get the timing down right. Let's try this bee shit again, shall we? Will you be my friend? And there's a picture of a bee on it. Something I will say is, you'll have a hard time noticing where the background tiles loop in this game, except in these levels where you can see them on this, like, on the ceiling there. It doesn't do a good job of hiding them on these environments for some reason. I don't know why that is. It's really the only level I've ever noticed this stuff on. This I died on last time because I was being impatient. Patience, Dan, is the key to survival on Kong Island. Alright, Crumpy Man. I like the fact you can defeat Kremk with a cartwheel attack. Something you can't do with Mr. Buff Singlet Man, I think is his character name, is the other one. The one that goes if you try to jump on him. Which is a great sound effect, by the way. great taunting sound. These guys just kind of do their thud and they're done with it. But laughing singlet man cracks me up every time. This, on the other hand, this is some tricky shit here. Bees. So many bees. Leaps of faith. I like the way Neckies get progressively like more complex too. Like their attack patterns get a little bit more elaborate as the game progresses. Nice progression with a singular enemy. It doesn't get color variants to signify any of this stuff, of course, but you know, it's still kind of a neat touch. Those are leaps of faith, though. You cannot see what is coming. Whoa, crap. I forgot about this guy. I should have been more observant. Doesn't matter. Finished it anyway. Alright. Now, let's go to Poison Pond. This is not a level I like. I do not like this level much at all. I don't find it... You know, it's... The toxic green's a little too green for my tastes, for one thing. I just don't find the design very interesting. I find this level kind of boring. Dodging tires, spike tires. Dodging animals makes sense, like dangerous jellyfish and stuff. As a gameplay obstacle, that makes sense to me, but tires doing this... And they bring these back in Donkey Kong Land as well. I just don't get it. I don't know what the idea was. I don't find them very interesting at all. Even if the music still is great, which it is. Come on, mate. It looks like I'm going to be finishing this whole game in one sitting too, which is kind of cool. Come on, let's dodge these tires. Like, I don't really have anything to talk about with this level, because all of the water levels designs are pretty much identical. It's a series of interconnected tubes, usually with a open area where there's a bunch of enemies. Which is kind of like, I guess you could describe it as like a timing puzzle, is about all you could really call it. Yeah, just not... I don't personally find them very interesting. Maybe you really like this level, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you do, and why, because I'd be curious as to why. I'm not saying I don't like the water levels in general, it's just this particular one I just... Maybe it's just because I like playing really fast and loose, and you can't do that on this level. You gotta be really slow and methodical. And that was weird, that just like literally spawned in. I've never seen that before. Okay, let's slowly make our way up here. Dodge this guy. I swear right into that one. Literally. Oh, there's a DK barrel right here. Yeah. Dodge these guys, nice and easy. That guy's pretty sneaky the way he really quickly pops out like that. I'm okay with that. A little surprised. It's funny, if this game was in widescreen, that wouldn't even work as a surprise because you'd see it coming a mile away, but because I have 4x3 TVs, you know, it's the reason I find Sonic games hard to play, is because you're moving really quickly, but because the screen's so narrow, you can't see what's coming. I don't like Sonic for that reason. I think those games aren't great. I think if they were to re-release the original Sonic games in widescreen, not HD or anything like that, just in widescreen, it'd make a world of difference to how much I enjoy them. And you won't see any Sonic games on this channel, no siree. I don't have anything against Sonic. I grew up playing the Master System ones. I actually enjoy them more than well, they're the same as the Game Gear ones. I actually enjoy them more than the Genesis ones, which is sacrilege, I think, to a lot of people. But, yeah. That's my opinions on Sonic. Now you know. Oh my god. This is worse than the shit with the jellyfish. Oh, I was so close. Oh, come on. Yes, that's the exit there. Brilliant. We did it. That wasn't so bad, was it, everybody? What is the next level? I don't even remember. Ah, this one, Minecart Madness. So this is where they mix up the way the minecarts work. There's only 2 minecart levels in this game, and they both work differently, which I think is kind of rad. So in the first one, when you jump, the entire minecart comes up with you, but in this one, you jump out of the minecart, and that really changes the dynamic of the way it works. Actually, of the 2, this is the one I prefer. I think this is more interesting than the first one, and thus more enjoyable, but that is just my opinion. But yeah, I really enjoy this level a lot. I think it's quite a lot of fun. The minecart levels in Donkey Kong Country Returns are a step up again. I think they, well, that was done with me. I think they're definitely the best in the series. Really? Okay. Not this time, though. Man. Playing like a loser. Not getting any of the letters or anything. Oh, I forgot about this bit. Anyway, that's my story. About minecarts. The evolution of them is interesting. Of course, you got these ones, and then you have the Donkey Kong Country 2 had the roller coaster rides, which were visually, I think, more interesting than minecarts. I think minecarts certainly make a lot more sense in the context of the first game. But I do think that the skull-shaped roller coasters from Donkey Kong Country 2 are pretty awesome. And then Donkey Kong Country 3 had the toboggans, which were cool in the snow levels, actually. I like the idea of the outdoor tobogganing levels, but there's a bunch of inside ones when you're using the toboggans inside some pipes, and it's very odd. And this is my favorite level in the game. 110%. I think this is the best level in the game. The most interesting. It is straight platforming, but with a gimmick. And what a gimmick it is, the on and off lighting. You know, like, I'm just going to go through this level as quick as I can, because I pretty much memorize where everything is. But yeah, this is not just my favorite level in the game, but probably like, if there was a level from the whole series that I could replay over and over again, it would just be this one. Like, I just love... Oh, I fucked that bit up. I love this level, like, so much. And there I go, jumping into a hole. I don't find this level is as hard as it could be. I feel like they actually toned it... Like, they come up with the concept and then toned it down to... Oh yeah, the moving platform. They actually, like, toned it down to make it easier. I wouldn't be surprised if the initial versions of this level were actually harder and they decided to retrospectively, like, make them easier. Alright, let's play a little more cautiously. Now we've got these moving platforms everywhere. Just so you're not having to watch me play through the same bit over and over again, like we're currently doing. Ugh. Alright, you're gone. Jump. Second one. Let's do this proper patient style. The way it's supposed to be played. Alright, those two guys. Rope. Ah, fuck. I'm playing like shit this morning. It's a public holiday here today, but it's not a public holiday in the province I live in. But I'm not at work anyway, and here I am, it's like 9 in the morning, and I'm recording myself playing through Donkey Kong Country for a Let's Play for the 3rd time. What is life? I ask you. Alright, it'll come back just as the light's there. No, it won't. That's what I should have done. Cartwheel. Cartwheel to get that extra momentum. Makes it all easier. Alright. I think I got the rhythm down now. I do think this is the 50 Hz one and not the 60 Hz, because most of my replaying experiences, like speedrunning the game, has been on the on emulator, so using the US version of the game, which is the faster one, which would explain why a lot of my platforming is off. And I love this bit with the barrels. You can't really see them, you just know they're coming. Oh, brilliant. Whoa, jeez. Satisfying. Really great level. Great level design. Cheeky, not too hard. Done. Let's go defeat Dumb Drum, who is maybe the dumbest boss in the game. I've got all kinds of things to say about this guy. It does feel like by this point they were like out of ideas. It's not even a boss rush, it's just like an enemy rush. Regular, I guess it just wants to make sure that you've mastered everything. Maybe all the different enemies, but I mean to get to this point you have to have mastered them, so I don't know what the big friggin' deal is. I think this is not just the worst boss in the game, but the worst boss in the entire Donkey Kong Country franchise. By a country mile. Bye bye Diddy. Okay. Good one, Drum. Armadillo's the hardest enemy in the game. And it's dead. We did it, that was so hard. Alright. Jim Kevin, so we are up to the last world. This will be the second last episode. K. Roll will get his own episode, so I hope you'll join me next time for the Chimpy Caverns. And the gimmicky is all these levels are gimmicks pretty much in this section, so I hope you join me for that, and I will see you next time. Peace out and have a good one.